Hi, everybody. My name is Adam Schroeder, and I'm the community manager at Plotly. I have been a staff member with Plotly since December of 2021. I'm also the creator and maintainer of a YouTube channel that teaches data visualization in Python with a focus on Plotly and Dash.
Hi, I'm Kathryn Hurchla. I'm a Plotly Dash ambassador as a community member, and I'm an active contributor to the open source project. I started working with Plotly and Dash libraries during my graduate program in data analytics and visualization, which I finished last year. Currently, I also do freelance data visualization work through my company, Data Design Dimension, and I write articles, including recent content published on the Data Viz Society Nightingale blog. Our experience with creating a thriving community has motivated us to share our knowledge and some challenges with you. The goal of today's video is threefold: to teach you about this new open source library for building analytical apps in Python, to share how we created a thriving community around this project, and to share ways to get involved with the community and help grow the project.
Thank you, Kathy. So, what is Plotly and Dash? If you're not familiar with Plotly, let me first share a few facts about the company and our open source software. Plotly was founded in 2013 and it is headquartered out of Montreal, Canada. Born out of the clean tech industry, Plotly has been building web native data visualization tools from the start. It began with Plotly.js and interactive charting and has since expanded to include analytical web apps using Python and Dash framework. Dash is a platform that leverages low-code Python to create analytic apps. It's moderately easy to use as it requires some knowledge of Python, but not expert level, and offers a lot more customization relative to point-and-click alternatives. To give you a clear example of what Dash and Plotly actually are, let's see some code in action. So in this code that we have in front of us, we see that we have generated a Python web app that has a title, a dropdown with some stock options, and then some pricing where the x-axis is the dates or the years, and the y-axis is the closing price. So if the user changes the dropdown, let's choose, for example, Google, they will get the pricing for the Google stock from 2013 all the way to 2018 on the closing price. And this we built with this code on the left. Every Dash app has 5 basic elements or 5 basic pillars. The first is where you import libraries, the libraries that you're going to use for your app. The second is where you load the data. In this case, we have our CSV sheet that is in our GitHub. So we're just calling it from GitHub, and we're printing out the first 5 rows, as you can see here, the first 5 rows. Then the third part is to structure the layout. And the advantage of having this capability of structuring the layout is you can design the page any way you want. So in this case, we're going to put everything inside an HTML div. And inside this div, the children of this div, we're going to put the title, as you can see here, the dropdown with several options, as you can see here. Here's where we declare what the options are, which comes from the unique stock names from the name column. And then in the very bottom, we have an empty DCC graph, which is a Dash graph core component. The fourth element of a Dash app is the callback. And the callback is probably one of the most important elements because it connects between all the components in the layout. In this case, the callback is connecting between the dropdown and the line chart. So in other words, we're taking the dropdown value selected by the user, this one right here, we're filtering the data frame, we're building the line chart, and then we're returning this line chart, this figure, into the figure property, as you can see here, of the Dash graph core component. And that is how the line chart is presented on the page. The last part is pretty much always the same, and it's where we actually run our application. So as you can see, it's very simple and very easy to create a Python web app using Plotly and Dash.
From the beginnings of the project in 2013, the community quickly evolved around it. The community was built on top of two major platforms, the Plotly forum, as well as a Plotly Dash tag on Stack Overflow, and GitHub. The Plotly forum was created shortly after Plotly was founded, and it is where the community goes to ask and answer questions and get input from staff and Dash ambassadors who can be identified by icons on their image there, as well as other active and experienced Dash developers. This is also the place to follow announcements about new releases, share tips and tricks, and easily link to the docs and a gallery of example Dash apps. Community members have opportunities in the forum to test and give feedback about proposed functionality and updates, which sometimes arise when community members themselves directly initiate a new solution. Hands down, though, my favorite forum tag to follow is Show and Tell, where anyone can share a project they're proud of, whether it's their very first simple Dash app or a particularly complex one they've built. Stack Overflow with the Plotly Dash tag is a similar place to the forum where people go to get their questions answered. Over 3,500 questions have been logged there, plus more with the Plotly Python tag. Some of our community members and ambassadors have high reputations there also. The Plotly Dash GitHub repository is also open source. It is a place where community members go to develop features, report bugs as issues, and enhance the technology by contributing to code and open education resources for learning Dash.
So how did we develop a thriving community around Dash? It all started last year when we realized two things. The community was longing to connect with each other in a more intimate way. And community members were interested in contributing to Dash in ways that go beyond answering questions or identifying bugs. So we decided to reach out to our most active members and invited them to join our first ever Dash Ambassadors group. In fact, Kathy is part of that group right now and was part of the group from the very beginning. The group quickly connected around shared forum experiences, quirky questions and posts on the forum, and similar interests regarding Dash features and app building. The ambassadors also appreciated the opportunity to sit in front of Plotly senior staff and hear firsthand about the features that Plotly is developing. Due to the success of Dash Ambassadors Group, we decided to create 5 separate Dash community teams that would revolve around specific team goals and projects. Similar to the ambassadors, these teams meet on a monthly basis and use Slack as the main communication platform. The added value of these teams is that the opportunity to contribute to the open source project in various ways unexplored previously. In addition to supporting the forum or answering questions, we gave them a few more possibilities for contribution. Let us share a few words about each team. First, the support team. The support team on our forum focuses on supporting community forum members. And the goal here is to ensure that everybody that goes on the forum and asks a question has their question answered and feels supported and valued along their journey in learning Dash. The second team is the faculty team. The faculty team shares ideas and discusses efforts aimed at making Dash learning more easier and more fun. With this goal in mind, the team has already started working on very interesting projects such as Dash open source curriculum that can be used to teach Dash at universities, Dash puzzles for a training room, and a Dash app community gallery where Dash beginners and intermediate levels can learn Dash. Kathy, I'll hand it off to you for the street team.
Great. The street team spreads the word about Dash on social media, in relevant Slack channels, and creates organic content like blog posts showing others how to use Plotly or Dash in the forum itself and on popular platforms such as Medium, Twitter, Anaconda's blog, and industry publications. Members also develop webinars, video tutorials, and present at conferences. As a member of the street team, I led a virtual session at a data visualization conference called Outlier last year, where I stepped attendees through a Jupyter notebook of examples to understand the Plotly graphing library structure and how to customize their own unique style templates. Like the faculty team, which I also work on, we make content engaging. At that event, I styled graphs like the 16-bit colors of a 1980s Apple computer, just for fun. Another ambassador, Amir Farugi, for example, has started a YouTube channel where he dives deeper into Dash solutions from the Stack Overflow website.
Thanks, Kathy. Another team, in this case, the fourth team, is a component liberation team that shares ideas aimed at developing and enhancing Dash community components, which make web app development easier. And the last team, the Dash developers team, works together to enhance Dash open source by building new Dash features and giving Plotly staff feedback on development initiatives.
Our goal is to grow the community and diversify the contributors. We've created these community support teams, which Adam and I have described, to invite people to contribute in a variety of ways. And we'd like to attract more people from different backgrounds and underrepresented groups to join us, especially those who identify as women, transgender, and gender non-binary. Our 8 core ambassadors live all over the world, but only 2 of us are women. While 2 out of 8 is nearly equal to the 27% women out of the total technologists in the United States that the AnitaB.org Foundation reported in a 2021 report. As an example of women's representation in tech, we also know that the face of data science is changing. As technologies like AI, predictive analytics, and natural language processing become part of business intelligence in more industries, more people in more roles will interact with Dash apps. Maintainers of tools like ours are at the heart of this change and must also reflect human diversity with even greater inclusivity in building our communities. So, whoever you are, you're welcome to join us on the Plotly Forum and follow us on GitHub, LinkedIn, or Twitter to see what's going on in the community. We look forward to your questions during the speaker Q&A, and if you or someone you know is curious about what it's like to join a Dash community team, you can go to this link or reach out to Adam or I directly using our emails on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everybody, for watching our video. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.